seek to raise a matter of urgent public importance, Order 8, Rule 4. Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members, permit us, the Lagos State Caucus of the House of Reps, to seek the leave of this honorable House to make a claim of a matter of urgent public importance on the need for the government to come to the aid of the families of the Abule Ado near Lagos International Trade Fair Complex in Amu-Odofin, Federal Constituency, Lagos, where the gas explosion killed over 50 people and destroyed over 500 buildings worth billions of naira. Yes, sir.
The motion, those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Hon Badru, please move your motion.
I remain Honorable Enitan Dolapo, representing Lagos Island 1 Federal Constituency. The House notes that on Sunday, March the 5th, 2020, in Adosabo of Amu-Odofin, Lagos, was robbed by a gas explosion, resulting in a catastrophe, the magnitude of which is a national disaster. The House further notes that the unprecedented destruction orchestrated by the gas plant explosion killed over 50 people, including the principal of Bethlehem College, Reverend Sister Henrietta Aloka. Also, a family going on their way to church, Mr. Obi Yo and his wife and 2 children, Tochukwu and Kachi. Alarmed that the explosion is so horrific that the epicenter of the blast created a gory cave and sent tremor and inferno into its immediate and far surroundings, which resulted in a lot of destruction of lives and properties. Worried that about 500 buildings within a 2-kilometer radius, which has more than 5,000 people, were destroyed in the gas plant blast, and thousands of people have been rendered homeless. Concerned that besides those that died, more than 200 people who are injured by the explosion and who suffered various degrees of injuries are receiving medical treatment in different hospitals, and many people are still trapped underneath the wreckages of the collapsed buildings as rescue work is still going on. Conscious that several vehicles parked in the area were destroyed, and the pupils of Bethlehem College who were trapped underneath the wreckage of their hostel and chapel were being pulled out of the rubble, during which the principal of the college, Sister Henrietta, lost her life as she attempted to rescue her pupils. Aware that the Lagos State government has set up a relief fund of 2 billion naira with an initial deposit of 250 million paid into the relief fund by the state government. The House now resolves to partner with the Lagos State government to find the root cause of the explosion, which is with a view to averting the recurrence in future. Assist with the relief fund set up by the state government by providing financial relief to the victims of the national disaster. 3, mandate NEMA to give material assistance to the over 5,000 people who suffered various degrees of injuries and those whose relatives died and those whose houses and properties were destroyed in the gas explosion plant. 4, observe a minute silence for the departed souls. We so move, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker,
I believe this is your constituency. Yes, so go ahead.
I appreciate.
No, it's to second. You will contribute when the time comes. Thank you. Honorable Badru.
From Amu-Odofin, people who were in Victoria Island were able to hear the serious blast. And it is so unfortunate that while people pray to sleep and wake up every day, people who slept and woke up, entered their bathroom to have a bath, and who were probably 10 kilometers away just having their bath with the blast. The roof of their house fell on them and they lost their lives. They were not even within the vicinity of the blast. That is to tell you the enormity of the disaster. And the most unfortunate is that these children from the secondary school who were not even so near the site of the blast were having prayers. And some of them were in the dining hall, while some were having their prayers at the chapel of the school when it occurred. Unfortunately, the principal of the school, who is a reverend sister, was trying to assist when the building caved and gave way and murdered the principal. So unfortunate again, there was a couple who had already prayed and woken up and dressed to go to church. When they stepped out of their house to go to church, that was when the blast occurred. They were not even near the site of the blast. And a whole family lost their lives. There was another that was on Channels Television of a young man who was intending to marry this weekend, who lost his life. And the unfortunate thing was that so many people that lost their lives were not even within the vicinity of the blast. Over 500 buildings. I'm quite sure some of my colleagues would have seen on network news the devastation of the blast and of some of the buildings that were not even near the blast. I think, Mr. Speaker, sir, we need to go deep and find the root cause. Even if gas plants have to be moved away from vicinity of residential buildings and things like that, so be it, because we have had this disaster one too many. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Lagos State government has gone ahead to set up a relief fund of $2 billion. They paid $250 million while waiting for members of the public and good-spirited Nigerians to help their brother's keeper. It is now time for us to live up to expectation and be our brother's keepers, because most of these people did not even see it coming. I'm aware that Mr. Speaker, in his benevolence, has visited the site and has visited the hospital to visit those who are still recuperating. It is so much a very, very sad event for this nation that people can wake up from sleep, want to go about their normal day, their normal duties, and out of nowhere, a blast occurred some 10 kilometers away and snuff out their lives. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm going to allow some of my other colleagues to contribute. While they think I'm begging all my colleagues to support this motion, and we'll do the needful. Thank you so much, sir.
So what Honorable Ogene was saying, who went with who? But what I do know was that Honorable Ogene played a very important role in that visit. He was very passionate, particularly because it was his constituency. But like I said, the damage was extensive. I'll just put the question, and hopefully it will be the last of its kind. Those in support of the motion, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it.